This I found elsewhere, not from the 5 volumes of Elder Athanasius, but from St. Hilary or Hilarion of Poitiers, if I'm saying that correctly. And I think it's very interesting, and we'll comment on it after we read it. Bodily manifestations so reveal the mysteries of heaven, that although matter by itself cannot convey the full spiritual meaning, yet to regard them only in their material aspect is to mutilate them. We should have expected to hear that there were trees, not one tree, standing on either side of the river shown to the saint. Remember, we just read that on either side of the river was there the tree of life. How is it possible that on either side there is one tree? So he's saying we should have expected to hear trees, not one tree. But, and this is very important here, the interpretation of the saint, which is the mind of the one holy Catholic and Apostolic Church. But because the tree of life in the sacrament of baptism is in every case one, supplying to those that come to it on every side the fruits of the apostolic message, so there stands on either side of the river one tree of life. There is one lamb seen amid the throne of God, and one river, and one tree of life. 3 figures wherein are comprised the mysteries of the incarnation, baptism and passion, whose leaves, that is to say, the words of the gospel, bring healing to the nations through the teaching of a message that cannot fall to the ground. There's a phenomenal commentary by St. Hilarion or Hilary about this passage. And do we need to double down on the obvious, that how this interpretation is impossible to reconcile with the contemporary ecclesiology within ecumenism and the Second Vatican Council? The unity that it is seen in the mysteries, all 3 mysteries, and the mystery of baptism, and that it's seen as organically one, and there can be no separation between the one lamb, the one river, the one tree. Indeed, all the mysteries that communicate to us, extend to us, the incarnation. And so it is, again and again, throughout the patristic witness, the oneness of the church and the oneness of the mysteries is proclaimed. And it's very important because, of course, Vatican II and the contemporary ecumenistic mindset, unfortunately, which is not uncommon among converts and others who are now clergy in the Orthodox Church, they're bringing their baggage. They're not getting free of the delusion of ecumenism, of the Second Vatican Council, and of Protestantism, which is this idea that wherever the names are pronounced, the water is doused or sprinkled or poured, because it's never really immersed 3 times anywhere except the Orthodox Church today. Even there, that's under assault. That this is the one baptism, but this is impossible to reconcile with the fathers and this witness here. And so this great interpretation, seeing here what is the nature, the meaning of the one tree. We should have heard trees. We heard one tree, and it's because the tree of life, which is also in and making itself manifest in the sacrament of and the mystery of baptism, is one, inseparable. And there are many coming to it, and it's giving its fruit, which is the healing of the words of and the message of the apostles. But it's one, and it's this nature. The nature of the church is one. It can never be divided. How many times do we see again and again and again through comments, social media, comments by Roman Catholics, Protestants, even Orthodox, that they cannot understand the implications of this doctrine, and they come again and again. Just a couple of days ago, there's this very prolific commentator who says he's Orthodox but likes to dabble with the idea of going back to Catholicism. He says, no, they're all one church. whether you're Roman Catholic, Protestant, or Orthodox, and all those mysteries, wherever they are all belong to the one church. But this is entirely impossible to understand if you understand the oneness of the church and what the patristic teaching is. It's just impossible. You have to have a cognitive dissonance of a tremendous amount, and yet they choose that. People choose it because it's somehow they see it as a consolation, I suppose, that they can have their two masters and have their the world and the church at the same time, which is delusional. But anyway, that's an amazing commentary by Saint Hilary.